Here we are for the October 10th, 2022 Life Notes. A lot been happening down here in Florida. We have power back and we have internet back, which I believe I told you guys on the previous letter. And continuing in our relationship series for the month of October, we're going to talk about coworkers. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can hear some of you groaning out there. How do you interact with these people that you are around on a day-to-day basis? Okay, that's a good question. It's probably more critical than most of you realize, and more critical than managers and business owners even realize. But I think it's probably the most crucial aspect of the hiring process, to have people that are compatible or palatable with each other. And if you can imagine, if they aren't, you got a mess on your hands. So in most cases, the people are already hired, so that's what I'm addressing first. I'm going to try to give you some strategies, and then you can take it from there and see what you think. Now, first of all, take time to understand, what is it about this individual that you just don't like? And I'm not talking about surface type things or veneers. I'm talking about, what is it that causes tension, dislike, irritation, frustration when you're around this individual? And I just don't like them, that's not an answer. Somebody just thought that. That is not an answer. Each day, and just focus on one at a time if there's more than one at your office or work. Observe how you interact with this person and how others interact with them. Is their interaction with you different than how they interact with others? That's a telling point right there, if there's a difference. So what areas can you find about which both of you agree upon? Don't focus on what you disagree on. It won't get you anywhere. Focus on what you agree on. Now, as you do this, you will find out characteristics, opinions, perspectives about the things that y'all disagree on by becoming more focused on what you do agree on. These other things are ancillary. They aren't as relevant to a smooth running office or work area. So you'll be amazed at the results when you start doing this. I know I was. I had several different times I've had a nemesis with whom I thought, man, there is no way I'll ever like this person. Well, I started applying some of the things I'm telling you to do. I found out almost all of them, we became good friends. It was, and the stuff that we had disagreed on initially seemed so minor and unimportant, but at first we each had some challenges. Is your manager aware of the challenges and things that's going on around you and within the work? Interestingly, there are many supervisors and managers, they don't have a clue. They don't interact with employees. They don't come out and talk to you. They just sit in their office and they drink coffee and do whatever managers do. I was a manager. I didn't sit in the office. I was out there interacting with my employees. I found I had the greatest employees everywhere I worked because I was constantly going out, interacting with them throughout the day, not just in the morning or just in the afternoon, throughout the day. I would visit them and chat for a minute or two. It doesn't take anything. If you have 100 employees and you chatted with every one of them for 1 minute, that's an hour and 40 minutes out of an 8 to 10 hour day. I usually work 14 hours, but I have an 8 hour day, that's an hour and 40 minutes. And you interacted with 100 employees. So think about that. Oh, my office isn't that big. We only have 5 employees. Okay. So, managers, supervisors, foremen, interact with your people. Employees, staff, interact with each other and focus on those things you agree upon. You'll find that the stuff that you disagree on fall by the wayside. I mean, really. Okay, let me move on so I don't get sidetracked here. Dealing with people is an art and a science. Each individual sees the world through their own filters, their own perspective. There's almost 8 billion of us on the planet. There are no two people that agree on everything. No two people agree on everything. There's always differences. That's how we make progress. Progress comes through pursuing, assessing different views and perspectives. If everybody thought the same, we wouldn't get anything done. That's just a simple truth. Things wouldn't have been invented. The bobby pin, how simple is that? Well, only part of the population uses bobby pins because they're women, so they use bobby pins. However, before there were bobby pins, they had difficulty fixing their hair like they wanted to. Some brilliant person took and made little crimps in a pin and called it a bobby pin, and voila, multi-millionaire. Anyway, and a lot of happy women. Communication. Communication comes through dialogue. D-I, dialogue, not monologue. You know, this includes parents with your children and children with your parents. You need a dialogue. Both of you saying what's in your mind and heart in a way that the other person can understand. If the person's not understanding it, I'm going to put myself in their position. I need to ask questions to clarify, what is this person trying to tell me? I don't get it. Oh, you didn't understand what I said? Nope. Can you say it a different way? Then you have a dialogue. You're able to find out what the differences are. To wrap this up, become a listener. This is especially important for managers. When you're around the employees, listen. Don't just bark commands and split the scene. Listen to what they're talking about. When you come up on a group of them and they really don't notice you, just listen. You'd be amazed. Are there concerns about which you are unaware? How do these issues affect you and your company and the other workers? And you need to work with employees to resolve these issues. So my saying for this week is, become an active listener. You will be surprised at what you learn. Check out my website, www.patreon.com/a-step-above. Become a gold member. $9 a month and you get 50 years of my experiences, workshops, seminars, conferences, videos, audios, books I've read, magazines. I'm chock full of information. I have spent tens of thousands of dollars acquiring information to make myself better. And I continue to do so even today, because you never arrive. You must always be seeking improvement. Okay, see you guys next time.